The system, especially in the UK, is an absolute scam in terms of finances. It is rigged so that you and me are poor. And let me tell you exactly how this is happening. And I think this is going to get worse and worse and worse. I did a prediction back in 2016, and I said that 10% of the UK were rich, 10% were poor, and 80% were comfortable. And what I said is, I said in 10 years' time, by 2026, there will be no more comfortable. They will either be rich or they will be poor. And the poor will work for the rich, and the rich will do what they want. And what is happening is that is beginning to come true right now, because salaries aren't going up. Salaries have hardly gone up since I made that prediction like 6 years ago. So salaries are staying the same, but everything else is going up in value. Rents are going up, house prices are going up, gas is going up, broadband, travel. Do you know that just travel alone, if you want to get a flight, in the last 18 months, travel has gone up by 300%. So how can we afford to live on £2,000–3,000 a month when the average rent is £1,000? The bills are £300 or £400 and they're tripling bills. And the answer is, we can't live on a normal job. It is becoming impossible. So comfortable people are going to become poor unless they learn how to become rich. What are the rich doing right now? Well, the rich are buying land and investing in property. Because if you own property and then things go up, the cost of wood goes up, which it has, it's tripled, and you own stuff, then that's a good thing. If you own stuff and things go up, rents go up, it's good because you own houses, and when rents go up, you get richer. So the rich are buying everything. Bill Gates owns more farmland in the United States of America than anybody else. So the rich are buying land because they know that land will go up in value over time. The banks are buying land. The banks are buying properties. Lloyds Bank said last year that their goal is to become the biggest private landlords in Britain. That's scary. You know why it's scary? Because when you go to Lloyds Bank and you ask them for a loan and they say, what for? And you say, to invest in property, they say, that's too risky. Don't do that. Leave that to us. They literally will not give you a loan to go and buy a house, but they will give you a loan to go on holiday. They will give you a loan to get married. You know why that is? Because the lenders want us to be in bad debt, so we cannot afford to pay back the interest, so they can charge us interest on the interest, and if we don't pay it back, then they will take away our house. Even though the money that they give us is not real. If you get a loan from a bank, there's no transferring of wealth or metals. It is digits on a screen. But if you can't pay back the interest and the interest on the interest, then they will take away something very real, namely your house, because that is what they want. They want land, they want houses, and the rich are getting richer and richer and richer, while the poor are getting poorer and poorer and poorer. I work in food banks, and 10 years ago, if people were coming to food banks to get free food and clothes, do you know who were coming? Homeless people on the streets. Now you know who comes to get food? Nurses. That is a tragedy. At school, they brainwash us to be good boys and girls and to comply and get good exams. And then we get good exams and go to uni and get into the rat race and climb the corporate ladder. And even if you get to the top of the corporate ladder, you realize you climbed the wrong ladder. Even if you win the rat race, you realize you are still a rat. I dropped out of school age 16 and knew nothing about money, because they deliberately do not put financial education in the school curriculums so that we are workers. They deliberately do not teach kids about the difference between assets and liabilities, active income and passive income, compound interest, how to run a business. They don't teach it in school, and that's something that I'm fighting against right now. I refuse to be a whinger about this. I refuse to say, that's terrible, the rich, the elites, isn't it terrible, and be poor. I refuse to do that. And that is why I have educated myself and had mentors and had trainers and have become a multi-millionaire. And I believe that when you get to the top of the mountain, you have a responsibility to pull others up with you. Becoming rich is not luck, it is clearly a skill set. In the same way as learning to drive. If you drive, it's not like, oh, you got lucky. No, you just learn to drive. Being rich is the same. I have proven this over and over and over when I've done financial freedom challenges, where as a social experiment, I've stripped myself from everything, including my bank account and my identity, and I've become financially free all over again, time and time again from scratch. My videographers that watch me go, oh my goodness, and then they leave and go do the same thing. It'll be tempting for me to hold back the secrets from my staff. I've got 46 members of staff because they keep becoming financially free themselves and keep leaving. But then I would be no different from the large corporations and the elite, where they keep the secrets close to them chest and keep people dumbed down. My YouTube videos keep getting taken down, and I've been threatened by YouTube multiple times that they might ban my account. Literally for what? For talking about money? For talking about the Help to Buy schemes? For messing with the banks? Because sometimes I go to the bank and I'll say, can I make a withdrawal? And they'll say, how much? And I'll say 2 million. And they'll say, we don't have it. And I'll expose them. And this is stuff that does rustle feathers. And I've told you in the past that my YouTube video, I've set up a whole nother account. I don't know whether this account will even stay. So I have done something which I think will be an absolute game changer, not just to my students, but also to my subscribers on YouTube. I have, for the last 3 years, been working relentlessly on putting together a book. Now this book is this is like a Bible type length book, okay? Huge. And this includes everything I know about property is condensed into this book. And this book is something that I want you to have in your household. I want you to give to your kids. It literally is a cross between Rich Dad Poor Dad with the philosophy, the autobiography of my story and how I dropped out of school and how I've become worth 20 million pounds, but also the exact how to. It is a copy and paste guide to getting seriously rich, and it needs to be in your hands. So I've got it on Amazon. Now just for the record, in case you're thinking, oh, Samuel's just doing a big sales pitch, I literally make, okay, when these books are on Amazon, you get paperback, hardback, Kindle, I literally make about £1 or £2 every time Amazon sells a book. So I am not doing this to try and get rich. This took me 2.5 years to write. It is absolutely everything A to Z that I know about business, property, investing into a book. The reason I'm doing this is not because I'm trying to create a big bank account for myself, it's because I'm trying to create a big legacy. I want a statue when I'm gone, okay? And I think this book is gonna really help with passing on the legacy of what I've done. This is my way of, when I'm at the mountaintop, pulling people up through this book. So I would highly recommend getting it on Amazon. I think it's like, this is £14.99. You can get the Kindle version for £10 or $9.99. But here's what I'm saying as well. I don't want you to just read the book. I want to mentor you. So I can't mentor every single person that gets the book. But what I am going to be doing is, if you leave a review of the book once you've read it, and then just share it on your Instagram story and tag me, I'm going to be taking one person and I'm going to be mentoring them and doing a financial freedom challenge with them. This is going to be £9,000 worth of training. You're going to get access to all of my investors. You're going to get access to all of the contracts that you need, which are worth thousands of pounds. And I'm going to be mentoring you. So all you got to do is leave a review of the book and then share it on my Instagram story, and I'll be taking one person as winner of that. But just for leaving a review, just for getting the book and leaving a review and sharing it, I am going to be giving you an invitation to come and spend one day with me, where I'm going to be training you, getting to know you. So this is my gift to my subscribers. This is my gift to the world. I hope that it changes things. I know that it will. I know that you have a choice of being rich or poor, because having a job and just following the status quo of the system does not cut it anymore. And this is going to be your way out. So as I say, if you've only got £10 left in the world, go on Amazon, get the Kindle version and review it. I can't wait to work with you. I hope you enjoy the book. I've spent 2.5 years slaving away making this happen, and I will leave a link, an Amazon link below in the description. Stay blessed, get rich, let's do this together.